Welcome to our session where we'll be discussing about the fashion transforming technology REFIBRA. Distinguished speakers will be with us to discuss how REFIBRA can be used to resolve the environment problem. Fast fashion culture with its implications on the environment will be discussed in the session with our guest speakers as well. What kind of fiber it is as an environmentally friendly fiber, we'll be discussing about it. And from Lenzing, Business Development Division Director, Mrs. İlkşen Dedeoğlu, will now take the floor as the moderator of the session. Welcome. And thank you very much. I will hand it over to you. But before that, I'd like to introduce the speakers from Astar Textiles, Customer Relations Account Manager, Aybüke Çelebi, who is with us. Welcome. Thank you. And from Uslucan Textiles, General Manager, Mr. Tayfun Uslucan, will be another panelist. And without further ado, I'd like to hand it over to you, Mrs. İlkşen, so that you'll moderate the session. Thank you very much, Barış Bey. Firstly, I'd like to welcome everyone to the panel. I would like to thank the Turkish Association for Clothing Manufacturers for this opportunity. And my name is İlkşen Dedeoğlu Demiray. I graduated from Manchester University Department of Textiles. For about 16 years, I've been in the textile industry, and for about 4 years, I'm a member of the Lenzing family. Currently, I'm working as the Business Development Manager. Now, we are discussing about REFIBRA, the fashion transforming technology. Lenzing will be discussed in this session, and at the same time, we will be discussing how we can produce projects with our business partners, and we'll be looking into the feedback technology products and projects in our business portfolio. Now, textile is one of the most advanced industries in the world, as we all know, yet there are harms and implications on human life and environment, ranking the second in this harm. Fast fashion culture was introduced about 10 years ago in our lives. Together with that, under quality and non-ethical production of many products became possible. In parallel, waste problem emerged. Garment and home textile products are being used quite intensively. Between 10 to 30% of these products are being wasted at the time of cut. As around the globe, in total, we are speaking about more than 48 million tons of textile product wastes in total. The fashion industry today is based on an overconsumption, which is almost synonymous with a gigantic and avalanching waste. Of course, in this respect, there are some fields which may be reused. We are speaking about 12% of these wastes that can be gradually recycled for, slightly under quality areas such as building fillers or carpet textiles. But from fiber to fiber, recycling is possible only at the level of 1%. Waste is not the only problem. There is an incredible problem in waste consumption as well. Fashion is the second biggest industry consuming water in the world. Let me give you an example. The amount of water that one individual can drink in 3 years is used only for producing one cotton t-shirt. For 80 years, we've been using botanic originated fibers, which are environmental friendly and also possible with the innovative technologies. We are innovative global textile business partner, and there are many new technological developments that we are leading. As Lenzing Group, actually our business model is rather beyond a traditional fiber manufacturer. We, together with our business partners, want to develop innovative products throughout our value chain, creating added value. For all kinds of raw materials to be properly used and efficiently made use of, we care about collaborating with customers and business partners. Therefore, throughout this value chain, we represent this value-oriented approach. Briefly, as Lenzing, we bind together correct players, helping solutions to be possible. As Lenzing, we want to accomplish the targets for recycling. Actually, we are self-devoted for the waste problem. And what we offer for this problem is the REFIBRA technology. REFIBRA technology was launched back in 2017, and we used a chemical recycling process. Actually, the Tencel REFIBRA brand is being used in different products. Actually, fiber produced with textile waste and unprocessed fiber must be in the same quality. It is extremely important to be able to achieve that, because only then we can produce long life products. And we are using cellulose from commercial forests and joining it with the cellulose obtained from wastes. There is a chemical recycling process, and in return there is the pure lyocell fiber achieved. Actually, we are giving a second life to the waste with the REFIBRA technology, and also we are providing a solution to the circular economy. The FSC, PEFC, Ecotex, RCS and Turkish certificates are granted to our product. Therefore, once the product completes its life, it will be bio-soluble in earth and in the sea water. So we're giving back in what we get from nature. REFIBRA technology aims at preventing tons of textile waste to go to garbage. Actually, as I said at the beginning, next to our waste problem, there is also the problem of water consumption and fashion industry. Therefore, in the REFIBRA technology, there is a solution for consuming 50% less water compared to cotton. Therefore, with a lower environmental impact, fiber will be re-enlivened. REFIBRA technology is quite open for evolution and development. We have taken a long distance since 2017. We're speaking for lyocell for the moment, but soon, by 2025, in viscose and modal fibers, recycled content will be discussed. Today, we will be discussing the use of REFIBRA technology that we've started for Timberland brand. Actually, these kind of projects are being executed by our valuable business partners. In the panel, we'll have representatives from Astar Textile, Aybüke Çelebi, and representative of Uslucan Textile, Tayfun Uslucan. They accompany me in the session. Welcome to our session, and Aybüke, I'd like to leave the floor to you. Can you briefly talk about yourself and your company? Thank you and welcome. My name is Aybüke Çelebi. I'm a graduate of Istanbul Technical University, textile department, and I've served in different positions in textile. For 8 years, I've been working as the marketing department in Aybüke Çelebi, leading innovative products in particular.
Just a couple of words about Astar Textile, founded in Istanbul to be a global player, and have several strategic partnerships, and we aim to increase our production capacity and produce in an integrated manner. As you all know, this is the second industry in the world most polluting the environment. 2 containers full of, for example, textile product is, I can say, is actually being dumped into the environment. And especially of course, we have so many contribution of the textile industry to the country, but at the same time, we always have to underline sustainability. Therefore, sustainability is at the focus on what is important is to produce the best for the environment. That's the reason why we have several R&D activities. You can follow our social media accounts. Very recently, we actually posted our sustainability report. You probably are familiar with our products. As a strategic partner and with our global strategic partnership, we actually introduced several projects. Thank you, Aybüke, for this. Tayfun, Uslucan, maybe I can ask you the same question. Maybe a couple of words about yourself and what you're doing as a company. In 1989, graduated from Nişantaşı Anatolian High School. My bachelor's degree in Istanbul Technical University, business engineering and nuclear energy of the same school for my master's degree. In 1992, we were established as Uslucan Textile as a family company. And as I would say, we've always been open to innovation, and a special way was LSM with beam machines, Wiscon, and also several other products. With Lenzing, we met 28 years ago, and with Acer 25 years ago. We were the one with the first open width machines, and at the same time, we Cool Max Dry Release, Dry Touch, several products we included our portfolio, and we just turned out to be accredited producers of all. Again, for silver, again, gimped in particular products and open-end Viscon, Vortex, Lilocell. And of course, the fiber producers, the yarn producers, the tailors always wanted to cooperate with us. Also, we are just one of the first organic, again, also cloth producer. Like Recircular Systems, Naya, and of course, together with Lenzing, we continue to develop products. Of course, we're an innovative company, but we also have several business models beyond the conventional production methods. We can very well coordinate rapid production, and we're very successful in terms of capacity building and deadlines. Especially, we are very practical, transparent, and we can actually have some fast solutions. We most of the time build empathy with our customers, and we are just managing our organization in our headquarters of 12,000 square meters in Istanbul, and we are business partners with leading garment producers in Turkey. We always get fast fashion orders, and we very well know about our customers, and we offer them services to facilitate their job, and our customers are at the same time very pleased to work with us. And we have 6,000 content of a portfolio. And you can actually look for any, again, garment that you want. And again, at 40 different quality. With Arket and other stories, SOS, Weekday, Next, MS, Riveral, and Desigual, Pimki. These are the companies that we're cooperating with. And we mostly prepare special collections for them. Our new target is, rather than having more varieties, we just would like to have some robust long-term use products. Thank you, Tayfun, for this talk. As you all know, in particular, the governments at the same time are working on this, and the companies are focusing on the product life cycles. By January 2020, France, as a part of the new, especially they just introduced a system so as to have zero waste. And again, looking at the EU regulation until 2025, again, there will be, for example, separate practices so as to especially collecting textile products. And looking, we all know it also from the fashion reports and so. Majority of our customers, for example, rather than using the fiber that they do not know or origin of they do not know, they just wanted to focus on their own waste. I think this, at the same time, product cycle focuses on their own activity. I mean, for example, our customers can turn out to be our raw material supplier. And therefore, I believe it's really very important, in particular, so as to give a message to the circular economy. Maybe that's the way that we can actually go to a further step. And I think this is the actually support for a project that we all give. I think it will give a new life to waste, but at the same time, it will help the brand so as to have a new collection. It's something very critical in my opinion. With Timberland, we have a project which is so important to us. That's the reason why I'd like to get into the details of this. Aybüke, in particular, how this project started and Timberland, I mean, giving life or Timberland's willingness to give life to its own waste. As Astar Textile Company, we're an entrepreneur, we're very innovative, and we're just aiming to produce some products with some added value. As you all know, with the pandemics, a lot has changed with the way of doing business. So the markets, at the same time, the local to local purchasing strategies by the company. So Europe is very close. Turkey is very close to Europe. So that's actually a positive win. So we just thought that it would be nice to have sustainability at the core. For the last 2 years, we had several. Second Life Movement is another project that we have among all. Within the framework of this, we collect our own defective products and blend them with the new fibers and give them a second life. And we're working on project-based orders with the customers. And with the Timberland brand, we cooperated under this project. And for 50 years of Timberland brand, actually, I can say a legacy being environmentalist. And especially thanks to their experiences in the field of sustainability, we've been working with them from time to time. Already recycled fibers are used in their products, and with this technology, so as to increase an opportunity, so as to increase recyclability, and when compared to reusable cotton, it actually brings along some other advantages. So, especially with despite some irregularities in this, there is actually a soft texture of the insult. So it's environmentalist, and it's also a positive things because we also put emphasis on sustainability. We combine with organic cotton. And it is, again, focus on soft and comfortable and on you and the planet. That's the slogan that we had. Perfect. Thank you. Actually, that was also a nice actual thing with us. Tayfun, back to your slide thing. Once we brought something innovative to the country, we always like to actually have a partner with us. So would you please talk about, in particular, the actually what you produce? What was it to you to become a partner with us? A special thank you very much, Lenzing, for trusting us and for the opportunities that you offer to us, because you keep us posted about the innovations and give us enough time for considering it. Lenzing always focuses on the correct raw material. So after the yarn, we also complete the cloth process with the methods that we believe which are compatible with the principles of sustainability. And in particular, depending on the selection of the yarn, the composition of the cloth, the weight, the width, and the dyeing methods. We just look for different types. And in particular, we pay attention for it to be commercialized and easily producible. And for the last 2 years, we're just basing our entire collection based on these principles. It's also something opportunity to us for marketing. Lenzing always shows us as a reference, and in cellulosic fiber, a worldwide leader, and a worldwide leader, Lenzing is showing us as a partner is so nice. And especially after the pandemics, there is actually more demand on cellulosic fiber and sustainable products, cellulose, cell model, some environmentally friendly viscose being used. And I would like to also thank to my colleague, especially with REFIBRA. We also worked all together for REFIBRA. I knew REFIBRA beforehand. Together with Lenzing, we would like to do a lot. We prepared collections, but via Timberland, we had the chance to accelerate the process. In particular, we turned it into a production. And therefore, REFIBRA, after understanding how successful it is in these processes, and with our presentations to the company, we also deployed it to the other brands as well, and we got some positive feedback out of it. Therefore, and maybe we actually have a wish from Lenzing. I think you have to have more products, environment-friendly products, because we would like to use less water, we would like to use less chemicals in our production processes. Thank you for your nice words, Mr. Uslucan. As Lenzing, we're actually doing our best. As Lenzing Turkey, we've been active for the last 7 years and 30 years of our past. previously. Our methodology has always been close to our partners, in a way a niche production. Hopefully we'll have the chance to have more products. Back to Aybüke, maybe more details about how the project developed, or your feedback from the timberland side, where it started, where it goes, how it evolves. After the first kickoff, the collection attracted a lot of interest. 4 pieces of collection that we started, and now we're at the 3rd season. We have more number of models and increasing number of orders taken as well. At the 3rd season, 50,000 orders that have averaged. It means 50,000 products. It means that will be recycled and will be taken back to life. So quite a long-term project. But started 2020 January. Of course, because of the pandemics, it took a little bit longer. It is in May 2021 that we did the first, and then it takes 9 months so as to develop both the cloth, the apparel, the graphs on the product, and so on, or meticulously selected so as to complete the story. And also in parallel to the R&D, some defective products again started to be collected because the company would like to continue with the cycle. Rather than getting REFIBRA fiber, this time the amount of the, cotton supply given to Lansing, amount that is sufficient to do so. These are the defective products from the production of timberland for that period of time. And then at REFIBRA production, there is the need for the product to be at a certain quality. So we sent some samples from our defective products in Austria. They were analyzed, and after they passed, we started the process. 100% cotton content, no elastan, no polyester, no mixed, again, products must be inside the batch, and segregated depending on the color, and they have to be packed in a clear manner. After enough samples collected, then this time to Leipzig, Austria, we sent them, and depending on the number of the defective product and the corresponding products again reported, so we completed the cycle in that way. Thank you. Especially chemical recycle technologies also came to a certain level as Leipzig we work on it, but as you mentioned, the waste problem of the textile especially is not at a level to be solved, because we're speaking about tens of millions of tons of waste annually, and recycle technologies are at a certain level, but we all are trying to select more durable products or focusing on biodegradability of the products. If we make our selection as such, so we also will contribute to the circular economy. I don't know, maybe, for example, if a tencel lyocell by 100%, or for example, also in combination of cotton, we can all contribute to the environment altogether. The Turkish consumers at the same time have raised awareness, which makes us so happy. As Leipzig, we're not only working with the global brands, also we're partnering with the local brands as well. That's the end of our panel. Thank you very much to all the panelists, and thank you for the audience.